Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Sade. Thank y'all so much for joining me for our yoga flow. And for today's yoga flow, we have a really nice yin sequence for our lower body. So feel free to grab any props. We will be seated in a few shapes for quite some time. And this is just going to be our class where we can focus on breathing into our hips, our hamstrings, our lower back, and just really taking time as we ease into postures and bring some more ease and softness throughout our body. So let's go ahead and get started, everyone. As I said, grab any props that you might need. And we're going to begin laying down on our back. So come into a nice, comfortable resting shape where we can just settle ourselves into our practice. So as you settle yourself in, knees can be bent, legs can be straight. And give yourself a moment to exhale, to release. And just take a few breaths as you ease your way into your practice today. Notice how you are breathing through your body. Notice how you are arriving on your mat. And just take that in for a moment. And feeling your belly expand as you take your inhales. And your chest soften as you take your exhales. And take a few more cleansing breaths just like that. And then slowly on your next breath, start to enter soft, subtle movements into your body, wiggling your toes, your fingers, maybe even rolling out your wrists, your ankles, your arms and legs. And take a deep breath. Inhale. And through the mouth, let it go. When you are ready, reach and extend your arms all the way up and back. Feel free to interlace your fingers, flex your toes up towards the ceiling. Feel a nice length through your spine. And take a full breath. Inhale, lengthen the spine, flex your toes all the way up. And then exhale. From here, scoop your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. And feel free to grab opposite wrists, opposite elbows, rock from side to side. Release any tension in your lower back and your hips. Roll your knees around clockwise, counterclockwise, anything that feels releasing for your back here. And we're going to start to warm up our spine a little bit further. So on your next breath, come into your supine twist. Drop your knees towards the right. Hips are going to scoot a little bit out left. Feel free to T-shape your arms. Maybe you cactus them. And just take a moment here. Give your body some time to adjust. Really focus on pressing both shoulders down. And then maybe taking a peek towards the opposite side. And take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, bring your knees back in. And start to make your way towards the opposite side, giving your body a moment to adjust to this new side. Notice any changes and sensations arriving. And take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale. Bring your knees all the way back in and just grab onto the outer edges of your feet for your happy baby. Press your back into the ground. Try to keep your lower back pressed down as much as you can. And then really pull your knees in towards your armpits. That's going to open out your groin as well as stretching your lower back. Feel free to rock from side to side. Maybe adding a little bit of movement, rolling out your ankles, scrunching your toes, giving your body a moment to release. And let's take a full breath. Inhale, breathe into your belly. And through the mouth, let it go. Beautiful, everyone. Let's start to make our way off of our back. Go ahead, bring your knees in, turn your body around into a fetal position, any side. And then use your palm to push your body up. Let's come into our tabletop shape. So from here, shoulders directly over your wrists, hips above your knees. And just take a moment here to roll your hips around clockwise, counterclockwise, really loosening up our body as we continue to warm up the spine. Let's take a few cat-cows here, everyone. So go ahead, inhale, drop your belly down, arch your spine, gaze up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, let it all go, chin to chest, release the breath. Again, just like that, inhale, open up for cow. Feel free to tuck your toes to deepen the arch. And then exhale, let it go for cat. Tuck your chin to chest. Take a few more of these cat-cows on your own. And feel free to add in any extra movement here. As you warm up your spine, maybe you roll your neck around, roll out your shoulders, your wrists, your ankles. And take a few more breaths, everyone. We'll start to move into our hips from here. So when you are ready, go ahead, step your right foot through in between your palms. And from here, place your right hand on the inside of your right foot. Let's come into a lizard stretch. So for that, you're going to shift your hips forward and down. This is going to help to stretch our front and left hip flexor as well as our right hip. Now, feel free here if you want to walk your right foot a little bit more towards the right. Maybe you turn your toes out on a slight diagonal. Feel free. And then option from there, if you have your blocks or any props, feel free to rest your forearms down on your block, your forehead, your palms. Anything that can give you a moment of release and relief here. And we'll stay in this shape for a few breaths, everyone, really taking your time. Notice if you're holding on to any tension in your face. See if you can soften your face here. Unclench your jaw. Soften your nose, your eyes, your ears. And take a few more breaths. Really breathe into what's showing up for you. And take that deep inhale. And exhale. Take a few more breaths, everyone. Feel free if you want to add a little bit more intensity. Maybe you release your block and just lower your forearms down on your mat instead. Take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. When you are ready, come back up onto your wrist. Move your block towards the side. And let's now send this stretch into our hamstrings. So place your right foot in between both palms. Start to shift your hips back as you lengthen your right leg. Flex your toes up towards the ceiling. Now, this is a really great shape for blocks if you have them. So place your hands on your blocks and then walk your blocks or your fingertips forward. That's going to give you a deeper stretch in your hamstring. Breathe into what you feel. Maybe you roll your heel around. Inhale and exhale. And take 2 more breaths. Take your time. And take a breath. Inhale and exhale. Let's move into our IT band. Release your left palm on your mat and then sweep and extend your right arm all the way up. This is going to bring this into the side of your right leg. Feel free to add a slight bend to your right knee if that feels good. And just stay here for a breath, everyone. Deep inhale and exhale. When you're ready, release your right palm down, rebend your right knee, move your blocks towards the side, and we'll come into a quad stretch for our left side. So from here, bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand, and just grab onto your foot. And start to pull your heel in towards your glute, releasing your left quad. Now, if you have a strap, this is a great shape. You can wrap your strap, the loop of your strap around your left foot, and then use your right hand to pull the strap in towards your glutes. Almost there, everyone. Allow your breath to shift some of the energy around in your body. And we stay for one more inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Release your left foot. And let's come into our half pigeon. So for that, release your right knee and your shin down in between both palms. Start to extend your left leg back. And then begin to square your chest and hips forward. Release your upper body down over your leg. Now there's another shape that you can get into, and that's going to be your figure 4 on your back. So if this feels too intense on your knee, cross your right ankle over your left thigh as you come onto your back. Pull your left knee in towards your chest, and that's going to give you that same stretch on your right side. We'll be in our half pigeon for about 2 minutes, everyone. So take your time. I'm going to guide you through. And start to soften your toes, your fingers. Your arms, your neck. Notice if you're clenching or holding on to your belly. Just let your belly soften here. And take a deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. And exhale. You're doing amazing, everyone. We're almost there. Notice the sensations arriving. See if you can lean into it a bit more with your exhales to release. And take a full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly start to roll all the way up, taking your time. And then begin to make your way back into your tabletop shape, or if you would like to come into your down dog, just to loosen some things out, feel free. Drop your head in between your palms, hips high. And take a breath before we move into our left side. Full inhale. And exhale. Start to release down, back into your tabletop. Step your left foot in between both palms. And then place both palms on the inside of your left foot. Start to shift your hips forward and down, breathing now into your front right hip flexor. And your left toes can come out on a slight diagonal, or you can face them forward. Anything that feels appropriate for your body. Feel free to lower down onto your forearms. And take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Again, breathing into your hips. And take a breath. Inhale. Maybe you deepen the stretch. Lower down onto your forehead. Full breath. Inhale here. And exhale. Nice. Everyone come back up onto your wrist. Let's move this into our left hamstring. So place your left foot on the inside of both palms. And then from here, shift your hips back as you lengthen your left leg. Peel your toes up towards the ceiling. Now, again, this is a great shape for blocks. So feel free to incorporate your blocks for this one on this side. Really flex your foot so you can get that extension of your leg. And just breathe into what you feel. Take your time. And take a deep breath. Inhale. And then soften on your exhale. Let's move into our IT band. Place your right palm down, sweep and extend your left arm all the way up. Bring this right into your side body. Now, the straighter you have your leg, the deeper you're going to feel this in the side. So notice what feels good. Let's take a full breath, everyone. Inhale. And then soften on your exhale. Again, just like that, deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. When you are ready, release your left palm. Let's move this into our right quad. So re-bend your left knee. Bend your right knee. You're going to reach back with your left hand, grab for your foot, and then just gently pull your heel in towards your glute, really taking your time. Maybe you scrunch your toes here, flex your toes back, releasing any tension in the feet. Definitely check out my Yoga for Feet video. And take a full breath. Inhale. And exhale. One more, just like that. No rush. Deep inhale. And exhale. When you're ready, release your right foot. And let's come back into our half pigeon. Option 4, your figure 4 on your back. You can drop your left knee and shin in between both palms. Extend your right leg back. Square your chest and hips forward. And then go ahead, release your upper body down over your leg. We'll be here for 2 full minutes. Take your time, everyone. Releasing any tension in your toes, your fingers. Soften your face. Unclench your jaw. And we're almost there. Let the sensations arrive. Let's take a full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Taking your time, come back up onto your wrists and make your way into your final tabletop or down dog, if that feels good. Flexing everything out. And take a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful, everyone. Release back down. Come into table. And take a seat on your hip. We'll move into our butterfly. So move towards the wide side of your mat, or you can stay facing forward. Bring the soles of your feet together. Really sit up high on your sit bones. And for this stretch, if you want something more in the groin, you're going to bring your heel closer towards your groin. Now, if you want something more in the hips, you're going to bring your feet further away. So let's take a breath before we release down. Great shape for blocks if you have them. You could place your forearms down on your block for this one. And let's take a deep breath. Inhale. And then exhale, start to release your upper body over your legs. Rest your forearms or your forehead. You want to really drop your head heavy. Let gravity take a little bit of control in this stretch. And this is a great one for anyone who might be seated in a paralleled position for a long time. You can just sit in this stretch for about 2 to 5 minutes and just open up the hips. Breathing into your belly. Almost there, everyone. Let the sensations arrive. Take your time. Full inhale. And exhale. And start to roll all the way up. Head is the last thing to come center. Feel free to bring your knees in, maybe windshield wiper them a bit. We are almost there, everyone. Thank you for sticking this through, taking this time for yourself to bring some stillness, some ease into the body. Now, if you have your props, place your props towards the side. And let's come into a standing position on our knees. We're going to go ahead and move into our toes. So almost there. doing the entire lower body. So we can't forget about our feet. Now, from your tabletop, tuck all 10 toes under. Bring your feet close together. And then go ahead, start to sit your hips back towards your heels. Now, really use your hands here to support you. Palms can be forward or palms can be right by your side if that feels good. Make sure your pinky toe is tucked under. So you want to tuck all 10 toes under. And we're going to be here for a few breaths, everyone, really stretching our feet. This stretch helps us to stretch our arches, Achilles, as well as our toes. And our feet hold the weight of our entire body, so we can't forget about our feet. Take a breath, inhale. And exhale. One more, just like that, full breath. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful, everyone. Go ahead, come back into table. Untuck your toes. Slap the tops of your feet down. Releasing any tension. And now we can get ready to release down onto our back. Sit on your hip so that you can swivel both legs forward in front of you. Sit up high on your sit bones. Let's take a full breath. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way out and up. Grow tall. Exhale, seated forward fold. Release your upper body over your legs. You get to stretch your entire back body here one last time. Stretching your calf muscle, your hamstring, your lower back. And take a deep breath. Inhale. And then maybe you pull a little bit closer on the exhale. Last breath, everyone. Inhale. And exhale. Start to roll all the way up. Beautiful work. Release down onto your back. And just take a moment. Allow your body to receive all of the benefits from the work we did today. And focusing on stillness and your breath. And I'll go ahead and leave you in this resting shape. Take as much time as you need. And I'll see you for our next class, everyone.